Welcome to Strip Cover Lit. I'm Adrian Fort, and we are here for our wrap-up. Dalton, what are we here for?
I'm sorry. You stared at me, and you looked at the camera, and you looked back at me. I'm like, welcome to Strip Cover. You ruined it.
I ruined it?
You ruined the intro.
Am I the one that laughed?
You ruined the intro.
You ruined it. Take the blame.
I'm Dalton Gentry, and this is our wrap-up for the month of November, year 2016.
Yes.
We have to distinguish by years now, since we're a year old.
And but we didn't do wrap-ups and TBRs until, say, summer?
Because we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, we jumped right into it, and, oh well.
Anyway. What did we do in the month of November, Adrian?
Okay, so let's get this stuff out of the way first.
Okay.
Obviously, weekly Harry Potters.
Uh-huh.
Not much happened in Harry Potter because it's Harry Potter. We had a variety hour every week.
As always, on Thursdays.
Which is basically just me sitting around making fun of you.
It's getting to the point now that I make fun of myself to save you the trouble.
He tries to cut me off, is what he does. He tries to cut me off with jokes to see if I can joke around his joke, right? Because he knows what I'm going to say. We had a patron haul.
Okay.
Yes. Which, thank you.
Always great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We had 2 novel writing with Dalton episodes.
Yes, we had 2.
Yes.
Because I did publish the first one at the beginning of November.
Yes.
And then once more. That is an adventure. Episode 3 will be coming soon. And, I changed some things.
Did you?
Yes.
What'd you change?
I completely started writing it over again.
Uh-oh.
I threw everything out.
That's a little preview of what's to come.
Yes.
In novel writing with Dalton.
Actually, that was it. Save yourself the trouble. Just said that was
novel rewriting with Dalton.
I actually thought about just like re-recording the first episode, just seeing if I could sneak it in there. Like nobody's gonna notice. Anyway.
Also, Dalton working on his own with a quickie for Ocean at the End of the Lane.
Neil Gaiman.
Yeah.
First experience with Neil Gaiman, it was okay.
It was okay?
It was okay.
Nothing life-changing?
No.
I have not read Neil Gaiman. From everyone I know that has read Neil Gaiman, they approach it very much in the same way that you do. They understand who Neil Gaiman is, they understand what Neil Gaiman is supposed to be, and they think they're going to read some life-changing article of literature, and afterwards I ask them, so how was it? You know, it was okay.
If you like Neil Gaiman and you like the idea of Neil Gaiman, you probably shouldn't read Neil Gaiman.
Yeah.
Just go to bed at night knowing that he exists and he's a lovely man, I'm sure. Just don't read his writing.
Says lots of wonderful things about writing in general.
Yes.
If you YouTube Neil Gaiman on writing, is a very useful video that you will find. So, left down to the reviews. 4 reviews.
I have trouble with numbers. A lot of people who read have trouble with numbers. That's my excuse.
A Good Man is Hard to Find by Flannery O'Connor. How did you feel about that one?
Really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That was one that I texted you and I said, eventually we're going to run out of Flannery O'Connors.
Yeah.
New people that I haven't read that are just amazing, and I'm upset that I haven't read them.
Yeah.
But wonderful read. Would highly suggest it. Will definitely read Flannery O'Connor again.
Exactly. She, very underrated. Mm-hmm. Very underrated. But yeah, we're going to get back there again for the channel sometime eventually. We're just not there yet. The world of literature is so big, man.
Yes.
Right? It's so big. Also, we read The Stranger. Something that I have been meaning to read for a very long time. Dalton, how'd you feel about The Stranger?
Again?
Notice, I go to you for feelings.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm the emotional. I think with emotions. Again, Albert Camus. Somebody's going to get pissed.
Albert
Camus. Wonderful. That's another book that we've been meaning to read for a very long time, both of us.
Yeah.
We've heard a lot of good things about it, and believe it or not, it was on par with expectation.
Yeah. I was watching a documentary on the existentialist movement that was voiceovered by Charlton Heston.
Okay.
Have you ever heard Charlton Heston speak French?
No.
Way over the top.
Is it really?
Albert Camus.
I need that in my life.
But it's in this voice, Albert Camus. It's like, oh my god, it sounds so beautiful, but stupid at the same time.
That's exactly how I speak French. Like usually swishing a cigarette with a hat.
Yeah, like you smoke a train full of Marlboros a month.
It's perfect. Yeah. It works.
In addition to The Stranger, the first review we hit, and I'm saving the second review we hit for last. The first review we hit this month was Indian Camp by Ernest Hemingway. Another entry to the Hemingway canon for strip cover lit. Dalton, how did you feel about that one?
You can never go wrong with Hemingway. It is always a good decision. That's why we're reading him again in December. Indian Camp, good story. Not the greatest, but a good story.
A lot to talk about there, though.
A lot to talk about there. So much so that I did a little short story writing, in addition to writing a novel, because that's all novel writing is not writing your novel and working on other things.
Right.
I would say a little inspiration from Indian Camp there.
Really?
If you read Hemingway, it's going to seep into your writing. We've said that many times.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, you're doing something wrong.
Well, it's either going to seep into your writing or a complete adverse reaction will seep into your writing.
Okay.
You read it and you find Hemingway just so bland and disgusting as literature that you try something completely different.
Okay.
Finally, what was the final review we did this month, Dalton?
We reviewed something brand new to the world of literature. We read Loner by Teddy Wayne. And we had a great time. We had a couple laughs. Shared some good stories. And
I'm going to make you cry again.
We had a good...
Productive
meeting. I want you... If you've not seen the review for Loner, just give this pause. Go watch it now. That's how Adrian and I's meetings work out. That is when we sit down, we're like, what are we going to do this month for Strip Cover Lit? That's what happens. That is it.
Just skip to the last 5-10 minutes where Dalton gets glassy-eyed and Adrian screams like a drunkard.
A lot of people are like, oh, Adrian had a bad day. No, that's normal, kid. That's the way it is. That's kind of how these things work.
Mommy just gets abused at home. Don't talk that way, Dalton. It's not that bad. But it's funny. It's all right, honey. Don't worry. Yeah, as far as Strip Cover Lit, we had a very light November.
We did.
After having an extremely heavy October.
We had a very, very heavy October. We did 50 videos in a month, and we said in November we're going to take it a little bit easy, which we did.
Still not easy, right? I mean, we were still putting up 4 videos a week-ish?
Yes. We did normal Strip Cover Lit.
Yeah.
And Adrian, right towards the end of it, did get sick, so we lost a couple videos towards the end of the month.
Right.
But that was refreshing. It was the first time we've taken a week off since we started this.
Yeah. And we are working, like we discussed this earlier, this is just as much work as I put in, if not more work than I put in for my undergrad degree, right?
Absolutely so.
And we haven't had a summer break. Mm-hmm. We haven't had holidays off. Mm-hmm. We didn't have a Christmas break.
Mm-hmm. We've actually read the work. I mean, it's insane. Who does that?
Yeah. So we have worked straight through a calendar year.
Yes.
With our nose to the grindstone.
Yes.
Because even this, I mean, that's 2 novels, full reviews, 2 short stories, full reviews, and most of the Harry Potter novel.
Yes.
Along with your quickie there.
Quickie.
And I've got some books I need to work up the quickies on.
Some novel writing, when you take an edition, all of that. Plus, you have to edit the videos, you have to upload the videos, you have to film the videos.
You have to work 40 hours a week.
You have to work 40 hours a week. It takes some time. It takes some work. But I'm proud of it, as always. It was a good November. Hoping for a good December.
Yes.
So, I think that's all I got for this.
We announced the December yesterday, right? On the.
Are we doing this yesterday? Uploading time is always in flux.
Yeah. I thought we were dropping the TBR, then the wrap-up. That's what you'd said.
That is what we're doing. So that is the schedule that I have now been presented.
If you want to know why Adrian gets frustrated with Dalton from time to time, Dalton says things and then completely forgets them. Dalton doesn't just say things, he says things that we're going to do and then completely forgets them. Then when Adrian mentions or references or prepares for said things, they don't exist.
If you've ever been in a relationship with me, we've had this conversation before. So if you like this kind of thing, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Give me a pity like after that, because I'll just take it. Adrian?
Make sure you follow us on Twitter at StripCover and on Facebook at StripCoverLit.
And now I know my heart is a ghost town.